Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tim Gillette with the Tim Gillette Show. And guess what? I have another guest, Christine McGinley. All right. Last week we had her husband, Terry. This week we have her to talk about the coaching business. And maybe we're going to hear how the coaching really gets done. You know what I mean? I love to pick on Terry, so I get to because he ain't on camera this time. But Christine is one of the very wise half of that business. All right. You know, it's not just one person that runs that coaching practice, as we're going to find out today. And we're going to find out the genius part that she brings to the business and how she can help you. So let me bring Christine McGinley on camera. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Tim. You are such a smart, intuitive man. What an intro. Yes, you do know Terry well. And, you know, I pop along here and there, but you're right. We do run the business together. That is for sure.
Yeah. You guys do quite a, you know what I mean? You work very well as a married team. You know what I mean? It's really impressive to see a married team who, you know, works together and leads a business together. You know what I mean? So many couples can't do that. It's like one leads and the other one just follows along.
There has been that time.
It's smart. Yeah. Huh?
There has been that time where I let Terry, oh, you're the leader, you're the guy that knows everything. But you're right. It takes two to do a business. Business succeed a lot more when there's two people running them. And we're fortunate enough that we're able to be friends and communicate and know what the best way it works is when we stay in our lanes. Mm-hmm. Which doesn't always happen because we like to bounce things off each other. But we learn that keeping separate offices, mine's the dining room table. He gets the office most of the time, but I get distracted. We get distracted when we're in the office together a lot of the times because, oh, what are you working on? Oh, what do you have? Oh, let me run this up by you. But we know as one of my big things is productivity. So you got to stay focused and in your lane. So when we do that, we do very well.
Okay. So there's times that you guys both, you know, go out to events. Like that's where I met you guys was at an event, but you go out to an event where you're both working, say, you know, one's speaking and one's working the booth. All right. Now, how does that break up when you get to the hotel room to actually have an office? How does it work then? Who gets the desk and who's working on the bed?
Dude, we're at an event. We're out there all night. You know that.
Yeah.
You know, we make the most of the events. It used to be we hung out together, but now it's more of a divide and conquer and come back and, you know, what did you learn? Who did you get to talk to? He does a lot of the stage stuff, especially when it's the hypnosis, and I'll do more of the back end, but we're starting to speak together and that's an interesting dynamic. And we knew it would be, and it certainly is. Doing our Facebook Lives, our people's favorite part is us like, did you just say that? No. Bring that down to earth. This is what you mean. Is that what you mean? So, but yeah, we do enjoy going around together for sure.
Yeah. Do you know, I think her name's Amanda and I don't know her husband, but they're in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Crush Method. And I can't think of Amanda's last name. But they're a couple too. And it was her coaching business and he came in to lead and help run together. And they're a fantastic team. They do all of their Facebook Lives together. Okay. And kind of same concept, because each one of them has a different balance to the team, what they do.
Different view. Mine's corporate. Terry's is more private practice, working in the prisons, consulting kind of gigs. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to look them up because there's not many coaching teams together that I'm aware of that do it side by side.
Well, do you guys mentor? Does Paul and his wife do the coaching, or just Paul and she's just there to help?
She's more there to help now. I mean, she does some of the sales. She does a lot of the behind the scenes, like organizing the VIP party. You know, our things put together. She can do some event space planning. Yeah, but with her team is more of all encompassing. Earlier in the days, she definitely ran part of the team, but now Paul's got more of a team to be able to do that.
Okay. Yeah. So I assume that you guys took some lessons from them on how to build it out as a team and.
Oh, absolutely. We love hanging out events with them. You know, just being connected and getting little tidbits here and there. Paul and Deb have been great mentors of how to work it together as a team because they are their original team and we're our original team. for sure.
Yeah,
just, how they do work together, how they jointly talk about different things, and how okay, Deborah, you're really good with those people and the connections, you go do that. And, and Terry will be like, oh, you're really good with those people, you go talk to those people and connect, and then collaborate back together. And sometimes we tag team, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they are really into this, go talk to them about this. I think that'd be a really great connection, because we do know each other's talents more so than we even know our own sometimes.
Cool. Well, let me ask your history about how you got into this and working with Terry. All right. Now, did you have a journey that you were on where you were going to go do your own thing for a while and you just met with Terry and decided to partner, or was it hey, let's start this together type deal?
Well, we'll go back first. I started in elementary ed. Like, I wanted to be a school teacher because I wanted to help people. And then went to school and went into athletic training, actually, sports medicine. Like, I've always been into athletics and athletes and teamwork and all of that. And then went through the newspaper and was like, I need another part-time job, thought catering, and then ended up with Starbucks actually for 18 years.
Good company.
Yeah, I know you were a barista, I heard too.
Yeah, I was for 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, an amazing company. But I got to the point that, I was developing people, and that's what I really loved. And they started coming down and micromanaging rather than doing the creativity and the team building and the systems and all of that I was able to do independently, which many of them are done on the corporate level. That was started in my grassroots, and I got connected with different people. And I just decided I didn't want to be a district manager. I didn't want to be working 40 hours a week. I knew what the peak was, and I didn't want to go transfer up to Seattle. I like living in Oregon for now. And then, I saw Terry doing great things with it when it was Wager Consulting at the time. And he just needed that extra person that was good at timekeeping, policies and procedures, and to bring my strengths over into that. I mean, I credit Paul Fink a little bit with that too, because we were on a retreat and he's like, okay, what are your goals? And I was like, I don't know. I'm with Starbucks. I don't know if that's where I really want to be in a year. I'm in this path and it's great. It's been so good to me, but can I break those ties and do something different? Yes, I can. And I have this outlet to complement my partner, Terry, and what he does. So we've been together 7 years before we did that.
Wow.
So
so that's an interesting thing that you guys that you guys were together before you joined in to do this. So kind of like the other couple I was mentioning there, that they same thing, together. And I was like, wait a minute, maybe we should do this together. And maybe someday Gwen and I will join forces because she knows sales a lot better than I know sales.
Yeah.
And we as a couple, we learn what brings the best out in each other.
That's
or the worst. Yeah. Hopefully we bring the best out and not the worst. But anyway, it's happened that way. Well, the specialty on your side of what you do on your side of the business. All right. Let's talk about that. All right. You specialize, you say, in doing the organizational.
Definitely seeing the vision and how you can bring the whole team together. Or if you don't have a team, how do you put those systems in place to lead them so that they become independent? Functioning and like almost empowering them to think creatively. Like, I like to do productivity, making sure everybody, knows what the goals of the company are, number one, and has the input of how they can execute the goals. Lots of times the business owner is the one who says, hey, this is where we want to be. But how do you bring the whole team along with you? How do you create the meetings and the dynamics so everybody is enriched in the culture and has the open communication? Because so many times the teams break down because of the gossip, the not meeting expectations, the leniencies, and all of that. So bringing them on a productivity calendar of identifying what the company's top priority is and how they play a role in it. Whether it's 2 people, 20 people, that's kind of the range that we help people in. And so they can reflect at the end of the day, what did they get done? What do they still need to get done? What do they need help with? Because so many times we don't want to ask for help because we're helpless and no one wants to be helpless. But you need to know what you need to ask for and when to ask for it. And then having the boss have the time that they're organized enough to be able to help the other people. So that's a big piece of it, as well as getting everybody on the same page with the message. The company's message is really important, no matter who picks up the phone. you have to have the same answer of what the solution is to the problems, not the processes of how to get there, but what can we do for the customer? It's always important. And that's kind of where I chime in, is solving their problems as far as what do the customers want. So working on the messaging and the structure of that, but really keeping things going is where I typically pop in. I'm a timekeeper. It's just how I naturally see if things are running smooth, things are running more successful. You can see the results. It's all about tracking. If you're not on track, you don't know which direction you're going in, if you're going in the right track, or if you need to make a change or an adjustment. It might be letting somebody go, having those tough conversations. And that's where Terry and I work together, because he knows all the emotional stuff. I'm more of the logical stuff.
So whereas you're the logical and he's the emotional, have you ever worked with another couple, all right, where it now reverses genders, all right, and you find out that team works opposite of you guys, and you've got to, because it happens, all right, none of us are the same, but it happens, and you got to go, okay, Terry, you've got to go work with the wife, and I got to go work with the husband to fix this. But you may not have couples as clients right now. Like
we do have a few, and I think in every relationship you have both.
Yeah, you do.
So if it's a face-to-face thing, I do have the tendency that I will be with whoever is more like-minded like me, and Terry the same. One couple comes to mind. She's super outgoing and likes to do woo, and I team her with Terry. And then the husband and I, we just talk business. We talk very logical, fun, make fun of the other ones. But we're much more down to earth rather than woo, let's have a good time. Yeah. I mean, I like to have a good time and have fun too and laugh, but
yeah. And that was my mom and dad. All right. I know my mom's probably going to see this and pick on me because I pick on her, but yeah, that's my mom. My mom's the rational numbers person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's there's just certain people or certain things.
Yeah.
Are there tasks in the company with you and Terry that basically, you just handle because he doesn't want to, or he just handles because you don't want to?
I think there's a lot of that. Like the sharing of duties. He does the computer tech stuff, but I'll do the spreadsheets.
Okay.
And I'll do the calendaring. So, and lots of people think that I do the computer stuff, but no, that's not mine. I'll do more of the copywriting, and then he'll put it on the website, or the website guy does. That's more of his track. He does the cooking. I mean, in lifestyle, I'll do more of the cleaning. He takes care of the cat beds. I feed the cats, or the cat trays. So there's a little shared in that too. But we don't really try to keep score. We just ask each other if we need help with something. Yeah, I think that's the biggest piece, is the communication, or, hey, I'm stuck with this. Will you help me through it? I used to make all the coffee. Now he makes the coffee,
I go out for coffee. She has it here. Yeah, that's the way it is in our house.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, now for the first time in our marriage of 10 years, we're experiencing the two of us working in the same house for the period of time. We've never had that. We've always had separate offices where we went to our offices for the day and then came back. You guys have always had that, right?
We've pretty much always had that. That's not something new for us at all. In fact, before the coronavirus outbreak, stay-at-home rules, we were actually getting out more and making appointments. And even if we were just working together, we were out. And then it was like, okay, scratch that plan, go virtual. So here we are, and it's been fun. It was one adjustment we didn't have to make at all. We just knew how to work it and what worked well for us.
And it's neat that, you guys understood it, but you understood it and made the changes. And you've always seemed to me like a couple that had it together. Like, you always seem to work it together everywhere I see you. But you got to ask, all right. Some people are willing to reveal, well, yeah, we fought over, where, someone left the socks, or who does the laundry every now and then. But, for the most part, most people hide it. But yeah, I take the trash out, Gwen does the laundry. Yeah. It's like, we all have our set of chores. And growing up, or my early days of business, I actually heard a man in multi-level marketing and network marketing. And he actually said, the reason my wife and I are successful is we have roles, and everybody looks down on that today. But he said, no, he said, there's certain things that in my house, that's the job, my job. There's certain things in the house, it's her job. All right. That way, the phone rings. Both of us don't run for it. We know one person's job is to answer the phone every time.
Mm-hmm.
And most people think that that's bad. You working with teams and the two of you working in coaching, would you agree or disagree with that?
I mean, are they written rules? Sometimes, like if I take the trash out, he's like, "No, I do the trash." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whatever, whatever. I'm taking the trash out."
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that comes up. There's things he doesn't want to do, but it's really funny because if I start doing them, he'll take them over. Like, "Oh no, I clean the pool. That's my job. I do that." So I think that's kind of funny. I pay the bills, but he's like, "If you didn't pay them, I do them." So I think we're more of a. There are roles, but it's not announced roles.
Yeah.
It's
well, I mean, that's kind of the way it is with us too. I mean, Gwen and I are very, very adaptive to each other. All right. There's times that I think maybe we put the pressure on the other mentally, but reality, we know each other's there to lift it. And it's like, weird things like, I'm the guy who does the bed sheets every week. It's just, I'm the last one on a bed, you know what I mean? So I just started making that a habit on certain days of the week. Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, we could definitely go through it's interesting. And I think that's why we work. I mean, that might be why it works with you and your wife too, is it just kind of happens organically.
Yeah.
Who's going to do what? Sometimes it's assigned. I know in business, he's like, "Oh, I'll do it if you tell me to do it." And so I just ask him to do it.
I guess where I was going with that too is like there's not a point in your relationship which turns over to affect your business, which helps you help customers. There's not any point in time where you go, "Oh, not my job."
No.
Yeah. Well, that's us too. I never go, "Not my job." You know what I mean? "Oh, you want me to do?" "Oh, yeah, okay." Now there's times I leave a dish lay on my desk, and Gwen goes, "If you put it in the dishwasher, it gets clean." Yeah.
Yeah, or before laundry, do you have anything else you want to go?
Yeah.
I'm starting the laundry. Yeah.
And it's funny that those things are so small and simple, yet some people will like ruin a perfect good business, a perfect good relationship over put your dish in the sink, hon.
No, I mean, there's definitely those moments of, or I don't phrase it as a question, and
Okay. It's so that, I mean, but that relates going into business. I mean, where you guys are helping other teams going, you know what I mean? Let us show you how this works. All right. Imagine a good marriage. You know what I mean?
It's a good marriage. It's a strong team. It's what it needs to be to have the success, where you're not dealing with the drama and the trauma that can happen if you let little things bother you.
Yeah.
It's really the mindset of it too.
But I mean, I'm sure that your clients see that as well, right? I mean, pretty much all your clients go, that's the team I want to be with.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of our philosophies. If you're not a business philosophy, if you're not having fun, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Go find something different, or find a different way to do it, or a different partner to do with it. It's really about having fun, and I mean, not taking yourself so seriously. It is really what it is. We flop. We don't get things right the first time, but we learn from it, and we share what that learning is. And a lot of what we've experienced are things that we don't want our clients to experience, and so they can learn from our mistakes. We are making the analogy of, some coaches give you a fishing pole and they give you, the line and maybe a hook, and they say, "Here, go fish." Well, the way we view coaching is, we're going to give you the pole, but we're going to find you the right pole to maximize where to go fish. We're going to tell you where to go fish, and then we're going to give you the hook, and we're going to give you the bait to make your business run. It's not just that stand back, "Oh, we'll watch you. Oh, that could be a good idea. Why don't you try that?" No, we're hands-on. We're tackle this. Grab your tackle kit. Here's the fishing pole you need. Here's where you should go. Much more directive than some coaching programs out there, because, it's set up for them to grab the big fish. They don't need us for years and years and years. We're giving them the tools and then the ability to stay on a different capacity. So being flexible.
Yeah. So with that being out there, all right, and the ways you've just defined how you help your clients, what are some of the compliments that your coaching clients and the people you help, what are some of the things that they really compliment you guys about?
I think the biggest compliment, and our favorite compliment, is referrals. People don't refer people that don't get results for them and that really help them. I think just the stability of the incomes that they're able to have and grow. We have clients that every like 3 to 4 months, he's adding an assistant because he's doing what we're saying. And so he's maximizing himself to capacity. So we hire someone and we help him hire the perfect person that meets his expectations and sets out the guidelines. So they create a great relationship. I mean, just the flexibility of being available to them too is a great relationship to have. Like somebody had a home issue and Terry was able to talk them through with it. I mean, somebody found like a bottle of something that shouldn't be in the house, let's just say, and he was able to talk them through that. And just having a fresh perspective, I think, is really helpful at times. As well as, helping generate leads and different things. They just are continually growing their business. And they say, thank you. We would not be where we were if you didn't give us the tools and resources.
Cool. With that, I mean, do you guys, host retreats or seminars like Paul or I do?
That is in our year plan. We talked to somebody about doing that today. With Terry being able to do the hypnosis, we are able to, the fun show at the beginning, and we have so many people in our community that we can start bringing in more people. But yeah, we have the content definitely to do a 2 to 3 day workshop. And it is in our vision, but not in our current plan. With our coach has us doing a few other things before we get there. But we're excited to do that. I've always loved retreats. I've been going on retreats my whole life.
Yeah, I've gone to everything from life enrichment seminars to to Tony Robbins type seminars, to marketing seminars, like where we met, and it's like, I like them. There's a point in time where I'm like, sometimes I just get tired. I'm like, okay, I want to just go to my room and sleep now. But yeah.
But that's where we see you. I mean, we only see you at seminars at this point, and a lot of other people that just the energy that you get from that. Yeah. I know come Monday, I'm out, I'm crashed, I'm done.
Yeah. And yeah, I need a whole overload, and I've actually had it to where I've gotten I go so strong at the seminar that I'm sick by the time I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are that way too, but you're tapping in and meeting and connecting with everybody, anybody you can. All right, and then conversations get good. Like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and you've been up since 5 a.m. and you're like, I really should go to bed, but this person is just so cool to talk to. I just want to keep going.
It's totally that way. And I'm not going to see them for, X amount of days until the next time. Yeah. I mean, and like we've talked about before, that we're observers.
Yeah.
We're observers of the whole event. So there's all of that going on too, of how it's all running and who's talking to who, what's going on in the behind the scenes. Yeah. So it's stimulating and exhausting all at the same time.
Do you and Terry, like do you set a time when you come home from events like that, take like a day off to recuperate and refresh and analyze and put it into action, or no?
I'd like to say we are better at that. But yeah, I mean, Mondays and Tuesdays are our really heavy client days because we know we're gone on the other days. So a lot of it is just right back into clients, right back into routine. I've gotten better about going back and using the tools because you learn so much, like just finding those 2 nuggets to take and to implement. I think we do that pretty consistently.
Yeah. And, for me, it's like, because I'm in marketing and I attend all these marketing things. So I come home with these tons of notes, and every Wednesday on my call with my clients, I'm like, so I've got this idea. All right, we're all going to try this.
Oh my gosh. Terry does that really, really well. Like, oh, I just read this. I'm going to, and then I hear him sharing it. But I'm like, it's awesome because that's why we learn, is so we can share it with our clients. It really is.
So, yeah. So my clients are like, I have coaching and mastermind. All right. Do you guys have the mastermind angle, or are you direct coaching consulting?
We are currently we're pretty much one-on-one with a smaller program, group program that we're about to roll out that I've been working on since this COVID thing.
Okay.
We'd like to do masterminds for sure, because our clients, some of our older clients, are ready for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to work mine to where basically if you go through my one-on-one program, you're in my mastermind for life. I think I've shared that with you guys before.
Yeah, we were talking about it on When You're in Happy Hours. I think that's brilliant. I really want to have an elevated mastermind when I do it. I don't want just to have anyone in it. So like what you're saying, once you've gone through the program, and like Terry has a very extensive program, and it brings in a different mindset. The 3 states. I don't know if he shared that with you, but really knowing how to be intentional and not to be dominated by your inner self and those around you is really important going into masterminds. At least I feel that way. Like people at your caliber, your understanding, that they've made it over those certain hurdles together, really makes it more powerful.
Yeah. So, and you guys, I mean, how long did you grow up in Oregon where you guys are at, or did you grew up somewhere else and moved there as well?
I'm from Seattle, so I'm a Northwest girl.
Seattle. I've been to that town one time in my life, and Gwen and I were just saying we want to go back and visit it.
You totally can.
Yeah.
And then we're just 3 hours south. We've got space. We'd love you and your wife to come up, or maybe we'll do an event up here. Yeah,
maybe that's what we should do. We should do an event, and I'll come up and speak, and then maybe you should come down and speak mine. Yeah, that's what we should do.
I've never been to Texas. I want to go to Texas.
So there's a way for you to do it in November. This event's called Blog and Video Con.
I think we're going to something like that next month. Virtually,
yeah. But yeah, Seattle. So the fact that Starbucks, all right, is from there, and I left. It was like I was 3 months after leaving Starbucks that I rode my motorcycle through Seattle and visited the original store.
You know what's funny is I've never been to the original store since I've worked for Starbucks. Before I worked for Starbucks, but I still haven't.
Yeah. I was in heaven to go in that day because everybody's going in to buy something. I'm going in to have a cup of espresso,
Yeah. Straight up espresso. I love it.
Yeah. But I love the market, the Pikes Market. I spent like an hours there. Yeah.
And then I love going down the waterfront and the old Curiosity Shop. Did you make it there?
I don't think I made that. No.
Okay. Yeah. That's next time when we take you to Seattle, the old Curiosity Shop. It's just fun, full of treasures, knickknacks, souvenirs. It's just down the stairs from the Pike Place.
I know. Yeah. It's been 10 years since I was there, and I understand the freeway that was there is gone. They took the freeway right through downtown out.
I think they took the Viaduct 99 out or did some weird thing to it. Yeah. My sister still lives there, but I don't.
So, so you grew up there. All right. And you went to school. Where did you go to college?
University of Portland.
In Portland. So basically you've been there your whole life.
I've been here more than I've been there now. Yeah.
Never did you ever looked at, oh gosh, maybe, I'd like to look at a job in Virginia or something like that. Never.
West Coast girl.
Yeah.
We've considered, Terry lived in California and I could use warm weather. So we talk about moving to California, like Sacramento, but taxes suck. So we might go to Vegas.
Yeah. Don't go to California. All right. From where you're at, the best thing to do in your taxes is go east, people. Go east.
Yeah. We know a lot of great people in Florida right now, but I don't want to deal with hurricanes.
No, Florida. I don't know if I could take Florida. Florida's a great place to go visit, but I don't think I'd want to live there. I had Gina St. George on yesterday, and Gina, her and Andy live down there.
Yeah, they live part-time. Yeah, we like them. They're a great couple.
They're great. Yeah, they're a great couple too. Yeah, I've known them for years. So, but and they're part Michigan. You know what I mean? We're 100% in Texas, and now like my mentor is looking at getting a place in Texas and being part-time on California, Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny how different people are taking their business different ways. You guys' business, will it operate anywhere or does it have to be in a certain location?
We're anywhere. We designed it that way. We designed to be able to work from our computers and, hop up and go wherever. Yeah. It's all virtual for the most part.
So it's the laptop lifestyle technically, right?
We are laptop lifestyle.
So I'm curious because like me, you work from home and you're there all day long. Do you have like a portion of your day that you and Terry just separate and say, you know what, we're going to be out of the office. We're going to go hang out in the kitchen, living room, whatever for 2-3 hours a day or whatever?
Together?
Well, just period. I mean, do you step away from work?
Do we step away from work? We weren't for a while, and it was kind of starting to get to me. So one day I was just like, I've got to let this go. If you want to keep working on whatever, that's fine. But I was just like, I need fresh air. So I went out and worked in the garden. I mean, it's not time to plant here, but my beds are ready to go when it is.
Gwen fixed ours, and she's got some plants growing. And every morning when we go to get coffee, we have to stop and look at the plants as they're growing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was corrected. We get to stop.
That's right. You speak that. But no, we schedule walks, to get out and do that sort of thing. I mean, we've definitely maximized our time more. Like, we don't need to go to the bank anymore. We've learned to take the pictures or to pay everything online, or Venmo and PayPal now. Everything can just be done, or swipe. Everything's just done automatically. We're the type that used to go to the store every day. We don't need to go to the store every day. So we've had a lot of realizations in that, just of planning our groceries a little bit better. But we like to get out. We like people in general. So we used to go for 10,000 steps last summer. We got like 130 days straight of that. It was seminars that messed us up. But so we got to know our neighbors. And so it's been a lot of fun. Even now when they walk by, or we'll go out and we'll say hi from our 6 feet across the street, but just to see all the people out more and more gardening and such. But we have, as far as back to the original question, we schedule our meals to separate, but we're workhorses for sure right now. Just, making sure everybody in our community is safe. For ambassadors, I think Terry's mentioned that before, but we're on the key crew to call and check in and help the staff and just build our relationships, because it's all about relationships. That's what business is. The more relationships and connections and referrals we give, is putting it out there and making those connections. So we're currently helping our chamber help the governor figure out how to roll back small businesses, because the big corporate they have the money, they have the ability to spread out their customers, but the small businesses, which is our clients, are struggling. Our clients aren't, because most of them aren't brick and mortar per se. They're more broader, like industries and more essential workers at this time. But we really want to help the smaller communities, because if they're struggling, they're not able to help the other communities. So one of our mottos is, keep the money circulating. Supporting those who are open. So we're going to start making phone calls to help get that initiative to bring the small business. What options are there? I've heard for beauty care people, one client at a time, 2 clients at a time. At least it's starting to bring things back. Who's going to need what equipment to make people safe in different environments, because everybody has different skills and different beliefs, as you know, of what this is really looking like. Yeah.
I know, like that's the haircut. I'm waiting for the hair person to get back in. Yeah.
But, I don't have any fingernails, and I was fortunate on that one.
Yeah. So in this time, right? What is the main things that you that make up your day, or what? No, let me rephrase that. In this time, those people who might be listening and want to get some advice from you. All right, maybe they're a small business, maybe they're just a mom or a small couple that's thinking about working with someone like you. What is your advice to them right now in what we're going through?
I think it's really important to have the plan for right now, the plan for right after when we come out of this, and then the plan for the future. There's so many little things that they can be doing, whether it's, posting on Facebook or doing a Facebook Live or getting on a virtual event. I mean, on the Zoom calls, there's places you can message people and say, hey, I'd like to connect with you. Just nurturing the relationships you have, calling people that you've worked with in the past and see, hey, what's going on with you? Is there any way I can help, you in your business? Or can we, do you know of anyone? I think so many people forget to ask for that referral. I think there's some stat like 90% of people don't ask for a referral, but or no, 90% are willing to give a referral, but only 10 people ask for a referral.
Oh, wow.
And that just blows my mind that, that people are willing to help if you ask them to help you. And so that's one thing that we're doing. The other thing is we have some clients that distribute coffee, and they are going to hold back on their coffee ordering again. We're like, no, that's what people need. They need coffee. You need to show them how much they need coffee to keep their days going, to stay energized, to have that consistency, to have a great cup of coffee. That's something that they still want every day. So why would you not do another order? Maybe not order the new fancy bags, but order again. If you're sold out, it means they're buying your product. So just those little things are really important. Or the gentleman I was speaking about, of adding on another person. Who can we connect him with, or who can he connect in our network to see if they need more services that he can provide? We have a concrete pour, and we're like, hey, we were talking to our neighbors that need this. Who in your network can you ask to get more gigs? Because there's people that don't have work, and he could easily train them and then expand his business. So it's just thinking out, I hate to say outside the box, but really, brainstorming, because we're all caught in our own heads and our own thoughts, our own noise of what we could be doing, but we're so busy just grinding it out that, you need another tip. And we're opening that up to people too, is to pick our brains, give nuggets.
Cool.
Of things to do.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? The fact that you're mentoring and coaching people. All right. Do you have that coach or that mentor that really, really like impacted you as a kid or young adult? Young adult. I think you are a young adult, but anyway,
I'm not that young. Remember, I spent more years after school.
I know. I still look at you and Terry and think you guys are kids. So anyway,
we can use that to our advantage, for sure. And I mean, we have fun. That keeps us young too. So yeah, there's been so many mentors along the way, people that I've looked up to. One of my biggest mentors, God, so many, was at University of Portland when I was athletic trainer. He just really taught me how to work hard and to keep learning and to kind of just put yourself out there. It's worth trying. Don't hold back. And I've heard that message so many times, and I don't know why sometimes I do hold back, but we all have our, I just feel cheesy now. We all have our talents. And I think sometimes we hold back because we're afraid of what other people will think of us. And just kind of stepping into your own person of who you are, of speaking up every time you have the opportunity to speak and to share what you've learned, because we all have experiences that others can learn by. I think that's it. And just to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. I think that's been one of the biggest things for me. Not everybody that's in my life is happy and positive, but maybe I can share a piece of me to make them a little more happy, to enjoy things or to have a little new perspective. I think that's the biggest thing for me that's been shared upon me.
Christine, I mean, when I had Terry on, of course, he shared the website, but what's the website that they can find you? Because we know people are going to see you on here and they're going to want to connect with you. Some come to you and some come to Terry. So now for those people who missed it, what's the website?
Gotcha. It's www.generatorcoaching.com. Generator, because we generate the life relationships and business you desire. That's really what we truly do, the full picture.
Cool.
So yeah, generatorcoaching.com. And you can also follow us on Facebook at GeneratorCC.
Cool. Well, Christine, you know I have a game, right?
I hear there's a this or that game or something that you play. Oh, the yellow sheet's out.
I got a list just for Christine.
Woo!
And you know what I mean? I'm going to change it because I don't want you just to, take the answers that Terry gave you and said, this is what he's going to ask you.
By the way, the toilet paper thing, I don't give a shit. Just let there be toilet paper.
You're supposed to let that come to the end.
I thought you changed the question. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, that one is in there. Trust me. I don't take that one out.
All right, here we go.
First one, Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny?
Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
We weren't supposed to watch Looney Tunes as kids because Roadrunner was mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's like, yeah, I had to come up with something different. I figured that was one that, you know what I mean? It's kind of a rivalry, but maybe not. If you had the choice to listen to a podcast or audio book or read a book.
Audio.
Audio, yeah. I see more and more people are liking the audio. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yeah. It depends. Not on all pizzas. I did like my favorite calzone in college was pineapple. Pineapple, mushroom, and sausage or something. Yeah, something weird.
Yeah, it's just some people believe pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, so I asked that. Yeah,
I like pineapple.
Yeah, hamburger or taco?
Taco.
All right. High heels or flats?
Ooh, last year it would have been flats, but a little sass in the high heel these days. Not these days, but yeah, I like heels. They're fun.
Well, when you get to go out again, yeah.
And if Terry's slow enough, I don't walk as fast in heels.
Oh, okay.
Come back, honey. Bye. That's left in the dust.
Yep. Beer or wine?
Beer. Ooh. Times have changed. Low carbs. I'm drinking a beer tonight, but a glass of wine, white wine.
Cool. Dress or yoga pants?
Dress. I like.
And of course, the infamous toilet paper, under or over.
I make my man happy. Over. I think he gets it at Starbucks. The dispensers needed to go under, or you'd have a toilet paper disaster. So I think that's where he gets that from.
Well, that is true because the dispensers, when I worked at Starbucks, the dispensers worked better under. I remember I loaded them 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you got to go under. I mean, like partners would leave like notes in there. Go roll it under, and like they make pictures. They bitched to me about it. I was like, make a picture, solves it all.
Yeah. My last one here: boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
Yeah.
Those are fun. I love those.
It does. It puts a fun and interesting end to the podcast, and I kind of like doing it to make it fun. I don't want to end on, you know what I mean? It's hard to end on a serious note for me.
Anyway. That's something I appreciate about you, Tim.
Yeah, cool. So one more time, let them know the website they can find you and information about you.
Right down there. He's got it nice and blue. www.generatorcoaching.com. We have some free gifts available on there if you'd like.
Cool. What are the free gifts you're giving away?
Free gift. We have the 11 mistakes business owners make. Cool. Check it out. You don't want to be making them.
That's a good. That's a good freebie to download right about now. So yeah,
it is. It has relevant things to right now.
Cool. Well, Christine, I thank you for coming on the podcast today and sharing your side of the business and your stories with us today. It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
It's been fun doing it with you, Tim. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll be seeing more of you.
I'm sure we will. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode here of the Tim Gillette Show. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you, Christine, for coming in here to join us today. And we'll be back again with another episode of the Tim Gillette Show. Make sure you go subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM, our YouTube channel, as well as Facebook. I'm Tim Gillette. I'll see you next time. Bye.